Okay, let's now talk about list methods before we go to the next lecture, which is about dictionaries. And what a method is? Well, a method is something that is applied to a data object. Basically, it's just like a function. You apply a function to a data object, but the syntax is a bit different. But for now, just think that there are no differences between a function and a method besides the syntax, so the way you write it. And so we have this address list, and I talked about the dir function earlier on. If you do dir address, the dir function will list all the methods that you can apply to a list. Actually, it lists also methods that you can apply to a string, like that. So dir str is basically the keyword that represents all strings. So similarly, you can do dir list for list, and you get the same output. So this output here is exactly the same as when you do dir address. So address is an instance of this data type. Let me clear that and do dir list again. Let's focus on lists. So to apply any of these methods, you do address, a dot, and then append. Let's say USA. Then if you call address, you'll see that we have just added another item to the list. If you want to remove an item, you can use the remove method. So always the method is a dot, and the name of the method and the brackets, and then the argument for the method. So the difference between a function and a method is that the function starts right away in the beginning here, and then here you put the object, the data object. The difference with the method is that the method is applied after the object. So remove maybe USA, and you'll see that USA is not in the list anymore. And if you want to remove based on index, the index instead of the item, because USA is the item. If you didn't know the name of the item, but you know the index of the item, let's say pop, we want to remove the item with index 1, which corresponds with item 18. This will output this, it will tell you what it's removed, and if you call address, you'll see that 18 is not there anymore. As an exercise, you can explore the other methods of the list and see what they do. Always remember, you can use the help function like that, and you'll see that this removes the first occurrence of a value of the item that you pass. Q will exit that, and I'll talk to you in the next lecture.